You know that feeling? The one where you're about to make a decision that could change the course of your life for the better or the worse. But you know, if you don't make a decision, for sure nothing will change. I had to make one of those decisions recently. I just hope I made the right one. I guess only time will tell. See, I was one of those kids who didn't know what they wanted to do when they grew up. Let me rephrase that. I didn't know how to narrow it down to what I wanted to do. I kind of wanted to do it all. I wanted to do graphic arts, I wanted to do music, I wanted to do video production. As I started growing up and the question started arising of what are you going to go to college for? What are you going to major in? What are you going to get a job doing? I couldn't make that decision. So I just didn't make a decision. Or should I say, my decision was to not make a decision, so I didn't go to college. I didn't do anything. I kind of decided to do it all without doing it all, if that makes any sense at all. So instead of going to college or deciding on a major, I decided to just kind of go out and explore and do some things on my own, sort of teach myself what it was I wanted to do. I started experimenting with graphic arts. I started experimenting with music. I did some other creative things with wood. But I really didn't know how to market any of it. I didn't know if I could turn any of it into a business or make any money on it, for that matter. And so I ended up having to start picking up odd jobs here and there, which kind of turned into full-time jobs that were supposed to be odd jobs. And I realized pretty quickly that that was not the life that I wanted to live. It was pretty depressing and really the opposite of creative, which was sort of the life that I wanted to live. A creative life. I just didn't know how to monopolize on it, or how to make an income on it, or to survive on it, or raise a family on it, for that matter. I knew the photography was something that I'd want to get into eventually. It was on the list of things that I was interested in, and I'd actually done some video work with my brothers, just playing around, making little silly short films on YouTube, just experimenting and playing around, and that got me to the point where I knew I'd want to get into photography eventually, but I really didn't know anything about it. Man, this desk is a mess. So, when I met my wife and we started to have kids, it was actually my wife's idea to get a camera and start taking good pictures of our kids. Something rather than just cell phone snapshots. And at the time, we, as most newlyweds, had no money. So I was the one that kind of put my foot down and said, there's probably more important things right now than purchasing a very expensive camera, or even a decently priced camera, which at the time was just a couple of $100, which was a lot of money to us. But lo and behold, she surprised me with a camera on my birthday. So I could not use it, obviously, so I started playing around with it, tinkering with it, and started learning some things and kind of became obsessed with it. So I started taking the kids out every evening and just experimenting with light and playing around with candid photos with the animals and just seeing what we could come up with. And just like all the things before, I wanted to teach myself, so I got on YouTube, watched a bunch of YouTube videos, and just taught myself everything that I could find on photography and using cameras. That is 1,000 times better. It's amazing how a clean workspace just absolutely changes everything. So, I started doing the photography, just sort of as a hobby, and started sharing the photos that I was taking on social media. And before I knew it, I had friends, family, starting asking me if I would do their family photos, their senior photos, and it was really weird. And I'm like, no, you don't want me doing your family photos. That's first off, I'm an introvert, and that kind of thing terrified me. And I didn't think I was very good, and so I felt like somebody else could do a much better job than me. And then they started offering to pay me, and I'm like, oh, well, okay, hold on. Don't pay me, I can do this for free, don't worry about it. And so I started doing sessions for free, sort of building up my portfolio, because after they started sharing their photos on social media, it just exploded. I started having completely random strangers contacting me, wanting to hire me to do their photos. And so I thought, well, if I'm gonna start doing this, well, first off, I can't keep doing it for free. And I enjoy doing it, and people seem to really like the photos, so why not turn this into a side gig and start making some extra money with this? And so I've been doing this for several years now, and it's just been getting bigger and bigger, and it's become just kind of blown up into this crazy thing that has unfortunately eaten up a lot of time. And it's kind of gotten to the point where if I want to continue growing this and continue getting better myself, I've got to let something go, because I'm still working a full-time job. I'm still raising a family of 4 kids, a 10-acre farm, animals, the whole thing, run a full-time job, side gig. Natasha started a home business. We're also homeschooling our kids. So there's only so much time in a day. And so I've kind of come to this decision that I have to make, where I've had to make this decision once before. I used to be really passionate about music. And I tried to turn the music into a side gig, and it didn't work out very well. It didn't make very much money. And I had to make a decision there. I had to either let the music go completely and work on my full-time job to be able to provide for my family, or the other way around. And I knew if I went the other way around that it just wouldn't work. So I let the music go. It's been almost a decade since I have really played around with music, since I've really picked up an instrument. And that was hard to do, but it was worth it, because my family is worth it, and my kids and my wife is worth it. So I took on a full-time job that I devoted a lot of my time to. And here we are again, almost a decade later, with that same decision to make. And it's to the point where it's scary, it's terrifying, because is it gonna work? Will it work? I don't know, and there's really no going back from this. So it's been about 2 months now. I put in my notice. I started doing this full time, and it's looking promising so far, but I'm still kind of on the edge of, is it gonna work? It's pretty terrifying. It's life altering, it's life changing, but it's been awesome too, because I've not spent this much time with my kids and my family since I had a family.
We're on a journey, looking back on the things that we've taken for granted, but feels like we're learning to be better without what's been holding us back now. Let's move closer to a new history, find out what we can be together. Take my hand and we will conquer the world. This is our final chance. 'Cause one day we'll be looking back at this. We were in a big mess together. But we found a way to choose right from wrong. We found the strength to go on together. To go on together. Yeah. To go on together.
So we've been going on crazy adventures and having fun and learning all kinds of new things and hanging out, and it's been an absolute blast. So far I do not regret my decision at all. It's been awesome, it's been great, and I just got to keep this going. So yeah, that's it for this video. Really, I just wanted to let you guys know that you know that I quit my job, not photography. I would have let all this go if I had to. I've done it before. That's what makes you a man, is having to give up big things for your family, and I've had to do it before, and I will do it again if I have to. But so far this is looking promising, and it's looking great. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for supporting this channel, and I will see you guys in the next video. Whoa. Actually, if you guys really want to support this video and this channel and my family and my venture, I'm actually starting to teach photography now. I have a website called Phillip Haumesser Academy where I teach everything I know about photography, and it's I've got over 50 classes on there. It's mostly editing-based stuff, but I'm starting to put more like color theory and more stuff about how to use a camera and lenses and things like that. So if you guys are interested in that, I'm actually just about to open up or release a membership version of the site where instead of only having the option to purchase individual classes, you have full access to everything on the website. So if you guys are interested in that, head on over to philliphaumesseracademy.com. I don't know if the membership will be available depending on when you're watching this, so just go over there and check it out. Probably the front page will be the landing page for that. If it's available yet, it will be a low monthly or yearly subscription cost to you guys. I think it's affordable. It's kind of right there with everybody else in the market. So if you guys like my style, if you like the kind of pictures that I take, go check it out, and I would really appreciate that. And you guys would be supporting me and my family and my venture here, and that would be your guys' way of giving back, and that'd be great. And I'm gonna keep giving in this channel free tutorials as best that I can. So keep an eye out for that. And I guess I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. Again, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.